Hey everyone, and welcome to Dreamland VR, a place for dreamers and VR enthusiasts. My name's Dream, and today we're going to be talking about the 3050 graphics card. So I grabbed one of ASUS's 3050s just off of, I think I got off of Amazon for like $420. And for me, I feel like that's one of the best deals that you can really get on the market right now when it comes to the new graphics cards. And I know it's on the lower end. A lot of people tell me that it's trash and not to get one, but for me, I really just needed to upgrade. I had a 970. Everything else in my computer was from 2013. I had a 4770. That's an i7 from 2013. And then I had the motherboard and DDR3. Like all that stuff was all from 2013. It was all way behind what it needed to be. You know, just trying to upgrade just something simple and then trying to get just a little part of your PC upgrade. It seems like you gotta sell a kidney or something just to buy parts for your PC. So when the 3050 came out, I figured, you know, I'd hop on it and check it out so I can get better visuals and play games like Lone Echo, Half-Life Alyx, and just step into this other world. I like VR chat. I mean, this is on the 3050 right now. I'm in VR chat right now on the 3050. For me, do I think it's worth it? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, yes, I think it's worth it. You know, if you can't get anything else on the market, I've looked at benchmarks for it. People were saying that it's like, it was comparable to the like 1660 Super or something like that. You could say comparable to 1660, and then you have ray tracing and then DLSS on it. I think if the market stays where it's at right now, and the only thing that you can grab is a 3050, I say go grab that 3050. You can get you a few years out of it. Go on, step in here in VR chat and hang out with your buddies and everything. Once I started on this journey, I had grabbed my 3050, put it in the PC. Everything's running like amazing compared to what it used to run. I was able to start playing Half-Life Alyx. I was able to start playing Lone Echo. For the video I'm going to be showing, I'm going to be using the NZXT cam just because I was new to trying to find all these benchmarks and everything to show, you know, the CPU usage and the GPU usage. Some of these VR games, it's kind of hard to get the frame rate overlay going, and I didn't even want to bother with all that, so I just looked at the overall load that it was putting on to the CPU and GPU and what temperatures it was sitting at and everything. So I was able to get a little bit of play in Lone Echo and able to take a few steps into Half-Life Alyx and just kind of mess around a little bit in those worlds just to see what I could get out of it. But the problem came whenever I wanted to play Star Citizen. If you don't know what Star Citizen is, you should really check it out if you want to just empty your entire wallet into a game, because that game has been in development for forever and everybody say it's always going to be in development. But for me, I love all of the exploration and just all the cool things that you can do in that game. They were saying that it's supposed to have VR support everything. So they do still have a VR department and they're still working on VR, but with every patch that they release, they break the VR. Instead of having VR included in the game right now, it's all like you have to do this roundabout way through remote desktop and all that kind of stuff. That's not really how I wanted to play it. I tried doing it that way, honestly. I got everything hooked up, played it that way, and it was too laggy. And I thought maybe it's just Oculus Airlink. It was like, maybe it's just my Wi-Fi, my router's just too bad. So I'll just play this game just in desktop mode, just to actually be able to be in the game, go explore space with my friends and stuff. So, and buy my first spaceship, you know what I mean? So I started playing the game by itself, and I pull up little NZXT cam just to see what my computer's actually putting out. Lo and behold, my CPU is sitting at 100% usage. It's like, it wasn't Airlink, it didn't have to do anything with any of that. My CPU from 2013 was just bottlenecking my entire computer. So even though I had this 3050 that's in my computer and it's making the graphics look pretty in this thing, I mean, I gotta keep it on low settings, let's be honest. I decided, all right, I'm finally gonna pull the trigger and I'll upgrade the CPU. But in order to upgrade the CPU, I had to upgrade my motherboard. And to upgrade the motherboard, I had to upgrade the RAM to DDR4 to match with the motherboard. And then once I got the motherboard in, I realized that the old cooler that I had in my case, I didn't have the brackets for it anymore. So instead of just buying the brackets to fit onto the new CPU, which I got a AMD Ryzen 5900X for $400. was $150 off. So there's great sales going on at the current time I'm making this video, which is May of 2022. So I would check online. There's plenty of deals going on CPUs and motherboards and stuff right now. 5900X and 32 gigs of RAM and the Corsair 100i, RGB out, and I think I made it out for about $1,300. So with the graphics card included, by the end of it all, I had completely finished just upgrading my computer completely. That's what I am recording all of this on now, and have put Premiere Pro on this PC. Now everything's just running smooth in VR. I would say, honestly, I do have to keep a lot of stuff on low settings. So if you want the greatest visuals, I'd probably go grab another graphics card. But for me, I mean, you can see the quality of this footage. You can see at least the performance on the NZXT cam that's in the bottom left corner. See how it's running now? So by the end of it all, I had just completely upgraded my entire computer. Now everything is just running smooth. It looks like Star Citizen is now peeking out on the 3050. I would say without everything open and just having like Discord and Star Citizen running, it's using like 95% of the GPU's full load. So it's really kind of pushing it, and that's even on the low settings with like turning the clouds off and everything. So it seems like it's pushing it more for Star Citizen, even in desktop mode, than in VR though. So if you're really looking at just upgrading so you can use it in VR, I'm getting great performance out of it in using VR. For Half-Life Alyx, for Lone Echo, for VR chat, all this stuff seems to be running perfectly fine for me. Me and my friends spent a lot of time playing Phasma. I've got like 2 hours of footage that I'll probably throw into a video or something of us playing Phasmophobia. That game, when it works right, when that game works right, it can be a lot of fun just running around goofing off with your friends. I really heard a lot of great things about Lone Echo, but I had never been able to check it out before because a 970 definitely isn't going to support that game. So when I got the 3050, that was one of the first games that I really booted up to check out what it was like, to see what the graphics should be in a VR game. Whenever I first just loaded in and got to float around the spaceship for the first time, and you first see the scenery of space just opening up right in front of you, I don't know, it was one of those surreal moments of being able to just hop into a game and feel like you're really there. There's moments where you feel like you get lost in a game sometimes, and when you do something like that in VR, it's almost like you feel like you're a part of the game. Like one of the moments right after the windows open, the captain says something to you. She asks you a question, but it gives you two options, and I clicked on the options that sounded more like a robotic option, and it made me turn around and look at her because I felt bad for saying the like logical robotic action whenever it's supposed to be like this human emotional thing coming out, but I'm playing the robot character making robot choices. I realized that I had turned around and like caught eyes with her because I had said that action, and it made me feel like I wish I would have chose the other one. I don't know, it was just a moment like that where it's like, oh look, I was actually not even, it was just an emotional reaction, just a whoop. And it was one of those moments where I just felt like I was lost in the game. And then the same thing came over to Half-Life Alyx. Oh my gosh, I haven't even put much time into it. I'll probably do a whole video on just my playthrough of Half-Life Alyx, but I spent like 30 minutes just in the beginner zone trying to get the like CPU and GPU load footage, and then just in awe of what it felt like with the audio and the visuals, and actually feeling like you're just standing there in the middle of Half-Life thinking Black Mesa's going to be coming at you from around the corner at any moment. So if you've made it this far in the video and you've watched all this footage and you've seen what the graphics were like just in this video, you got to remember that I also have Streamlabs running this whole time, and sometimes Discord was running. I tried to make sure that I had like Chrome and that kind of stuff closed just to make sure that it wasn't bogging, just to make sure that it wasn't bogging anything down. You can see that whenever it was just Streamlabs running, as you can see right here, it was already using, over 40% of my GPU just running Streamlabs by itself. And so if that tells you anything of what these percentages are like, it seemed like whenever I stopped Streamlabs, even though Streamlabs was using like 40% of my GPU, if I turned off Streamlabs, it would take off like 10 to 15% of the workload on my GPU, my 3050. I honestly feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of this 3050. I feel like if I would have gone with any other graphics card, I honestly would have felt like I got scammed, because because I'm getting plenty of usage out of this 3050, and I feel like it's going to last me at least a few years. Hopefully by then, you know, all these graphic prices will come down, and even if, you know, the new ones don't come down in price, like all these other graphics cards are going to start dropping in prices because the new series are coming out, even though we got all these other ones that can do the work that you needed to do just fine. You can go grab, you know, a 2060, I think they're somewhere around like $700 or something like that, and you'll probably actually get like just a little more power than this 3050 will. But, you know, for $420, you can't really beat this graphics card. I would say you can stay tuned to this channel. Everything else I'm going to be posting is all going to be 3050. Just trying to post videos just to get a demo reel together, you know, just to have some videos out there. I'm just trying to do some video editing stuff, and I'm a VR enthusiast, so here I am making all these videos as I experience things myself. Thanks to everybody for coming and watching this video. I really hope you liked it. If you need a graphics card, go grab you a 3050. Thanks for watching. Dream out.